When I was a kid,
you worked in town.
At the shoe store while I was going to school.
Mm-hmm.
And one night,
she watched the owner's children.
She wanted to go to a dance.
There was one night that I had to work my way through high school on my own. And so I stayed with these people who had the shoe store. And and they had two little kids, a boy and a girl, 5, 6 or something. Mm. And so then there was one time that there was in the armory they'd have dances, and you could, go. But then this time it was a newer band, and so I thought I'd go to that. But then the folks said they were going to the dance. They didn't ask me anything about it. So they were just going.
And how did you feel about that?
Well, I felt pretty down. They were so old, probably in their 50s.
Here, take that out of your mouth. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
So in other words, you had to babysit because they went to the dance you wanted to go to.
Yeah. And so they went, and I stayed with the kids.
Right.
Because they had a shoe store, and they lived in the back of the shoe store. And so
did you hear the devil whisper to you, go
oh,
to the
like
dance, go to the dance.
come on, keep talking.
Okay. Well, I stayed home, and they went to the dance. And so then I put him to bed, and it was so tempting to go to that dance, and it was just about a block and a half away or something like that. But I didn't dare.
Tell me without your toothpick. I think you're hiding behind the toothpick.
No,
so they went
did
to
you
the
go
dance.
or didn't you?
Pardon?
Did you go or didn't you?
Well, I put him to bed at the time they were supposed to go.
And you called a girlfriend and said, could you please come and watch these children for me?
No,
Okay.
I put him to bed at the proper time, like probably 8:30 or so. And then, so I put them to bed, and they went to sleep, and they wouldn't wake up. And they didn't. So I went to that dance. It was at the floor up above one of the stores. And I just went there and went upstairs.
Did you see the parents down below? The parents of the kids you were babysitting. Did you see them?
I could see them, but they don't. When they're dancing, they're not looking up in the balcony to see who's up there.
Right.
They're having a good time.
So when you were up in the balcony, were you feeling really bad?
No, I felt pretty good.
All right.
Don't you go back and tell
them. Were your friends up there? Did you meet friends?
No, I don't think.
You were all by yourself in the balcony?
There were some other people up there.
Was it a good band?
I guess so. We thought so.
So how long were you there before you went home?
Oh, think I got home, before they came.
Right, so you were there about an hour or so. So, okay.
So, I didn't never heard that story before. That must have been a good secret, huh?
Right. It was a good secret. But tell us just for the record, for the fun of it, for the tape recorder, the Mimi and Gracie story. Tell us that one. That's a good story.
When you were in the shoe store?
Remember Mimi and Gracie came in to buy shoes?
Oh, yeah. Mamie and Gracie,
Right.
they were
Mamie.
sisters.
Right.
And they always just came together. They were sisters. And yeah, they came in there.
And you were working in the shoe store, right?
One
And
of
so
them
what
kept trying on shoes.
Yeah.
And did you say, make up your
Remember?
mind?
No.
No, you didn't. You wouldn't say that.
No. Well, they sat down and were trying on shoes. And Mamie and Gracie.
Okay.
And they were trying on shoes, these old maid sisters, And they tried on 2-3 pair, and they weren't just right. And then they tried another pair on, and they felt fine, And so one of them said to the other, "Oh, Mamie, you ought to have a prize."
That's a good one.
That's really funny.
That's funny.
Say that again. I didn't. How did she say it? How did Gracie say it?
Well, they said these shoes, they tried on a couple, 2-3 pairs, and they weren't right. They didn't feel good. And then the next pair they tried on, why, they felt pretty good. And she said, "Oh, Mamie, you ought to have a prize."
That's funny.
Well, I didn't do it at the time.
No, but once
down
they
here
left you,
someplace.
once you got home that night, you had to tell your roommate about it.
I suppose I did.
That's a good story. You never forgot that line, though, either. That's
Except you didn't have a roommate, right? You stayed there by yourself, didn't you? Right in the shoe store?
Teacher, I guess she had
Yeah.
roommates.
You used to know a lot of poems too. You
The front of the
memorized.
store was the shoe store, and then
Right.
it was it went from the main street to the alley, and so the first place was the shoe store, and then behind that there was a place to do shoe repair,
Okay.
put on
New soles and heels and
soles,
stuff.
yeah, and things like that.
And then what? The family's room or the kids' room?
No, then it was this shoe store, and then the
Repair shop,
pardon,
the repair area,
yeah,
repair, and then the house, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
It was just all right together to the alley.
And how far did you have to walk to get to school?
Well, I was in town then,
Right, but how far was the school from the shoe store?
Oh, not more than a couple blocks or so.
And how far was the shoe store from the place where you went to the dance?
I won't tell.
It wasn't in another town, was it?
No, I could just walk over there.
But now that you've lived here, we've talked about Joyce Kilmer, grew up here. You
Oh,
always
she
loved he always loved his poem Trees.
Oh,
Do you remember how that poem went?
I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree that looks at God all day and lifts its sleepy arms to pray.
That's cool.
Beautiful, isn't it? Now you appreciate our tall trees. What it's all about.
Wow.
I was a good girl.
Yeah.
But that devil was just kind of there.
The village blacksmith, I remember you telling me, was another one that used
Well, it was, you know, just a small band from somewhere in the area, you know, and anybody could go.
There was another poem called The Village Blacksmith, too. You used to tell me about, I think.
A Joyce Kilmer poem.
No. It's different.
I think that I shall never see that one.
No. About the smithy.
Pardon?
The smithy stands the village blacksmith.
Oh, yeah.
I have it.
So you had 8 brothers and sisters when you were growing up. So you had a lot of chores. Did you like helping inside the house or?
Well, I was a little bit more of a
Tomboy?
tomboy, I think, if I could.
You like being outside helping with the chores outside then, huh?
Well, not necessarily the chores, but picking eggs and things like that.
And your mom would make bread a lot, 2, 3 times a week?
Yeah, probably a couple times.
Did you help her with that, or that was kind of her thing to do?
Yeah, pretty much, but then...
You were always good at making salt rolls and bread and...
Pie.
Pie, yeah.
And then I used to go and stay with Grandma. Grandpa and Grandma were on the farm and they were older, you know. So then they needed help. I'd go over there and help them, you know.
Yeah, the threshing every year.
Threshing, yeah.
You'd have the threshing and
We'd have
all the men would be out there working.
a
I think.
steam engine, and then it pulled this other thing that
The thrasher.
well, there was a thrasher, and then it pulled this thing that cut it, you know.
Like the mower.
Yeah. Whatever.
And you told me the story too. One time your dad lost his watch. He had a
Yes,
pocket watch.
yeah.
Tell me that.
Well, we had to herd cows. You know, there was more grass in the ditches than in the fields. And so we had to herd them, walk along with them. They could eat. In the ditches, you know, a lot of good grass. And so we'd have to walk along, you know, so that we could watch them. And then I think Dad there, I think so. And he couldn't find his watch.
He had a big pocket watch, I think.
Yeah. And so we walked along the road, and the grassy part, there was the road, and then a ditch, and then a place you could walk. And so we were walking along the sides of the road, and I thought, I kind of remember that I'm gonna, this is boring, you know, and I'm just gonna pretend I found it. And so I was...
Elmer was probably on the other side of the road, huh?
Yeah,
Looking in
probably.
the other ditch?
I don't know. I can't remember that.
Yeah.
So you're going to play a trick, and then what happened?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, I thought there was no chance of finding that wristwatch on a grassy side of the road.
Right.
The road and the ditch, and then on the other side. And so I was walking along there, and I thought, well, this is pretty boring, you know. So I walked alongside, and I'm going to just fool them and say, here it is. And I went a few steps and I looked down and there it was.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And you found it.
Yeah, I ought to have a prize.
And your dad must have been pretty happy with you, huh?
Oh, I think he was.
I think you got a reward, as I remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you told me he gave you 50 cents
He probably did.
for finding that watch.
Wow, and then he was rich
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were rich.
in those days.
Yeah.
Your dad played a fiddle too, didn't he?
I think it was pretty much self-taught.
Wow.
He had
And he built a steam engine.
he didn't build it, I don't think he...
Yeah, Bobby and Elmer built one.
Oh.
They built two of them. They built a big one and a small one.
I guess so.
Yeah, 'cause they ran the body shop there in town, in the auto repair place.
There was a time your mom was sad.
Sad?
Yeah, and she went out behind the house. What was that?
Oh, well, I think that Dad went to town on a Saturday, you know, and to get groceries and whatever he had to do, and then he'd go to the pool hall, and guys would meet in there, you know, and they would drink beer, I guess, and so...
He came home late. Your mother got upset, or what?
Well, I'm trying to remember just how that did go. But then he'd go in there and drink some beer and get what he had to get groceries, and then he wouldn't come home. It was getting dark, and he wasn't home yet, and Mom felt so bad, and I was at the farm, and Mom was waiting for him, and he wasn't coming, and then she went behind the house, and she stood there, and she was crying. So I went behind the house and stood there with her, you know, because I felt so bad for him.
Nice you could be there to support your mom, you know.
Yeah. We stood behind the house together.
That means a lot.
Yeah.
Can you read this? This is that poem, The Village Blacksmith. You can't really...
Oh, yeah. The Village Blacksmith, Henry Wadworth Fellow. Under a spreading chestnut tree, the village mighty stands. The smith and mighty man is he, with strong and
Sinewy.
yeah, with large and sinewy hands, and the muscles of his brawny arms are strong as iron binds. His hair is crisp and black and long, his face is like a tan, his brow is wet with honest sweat. He earns whate'er he can, and looks the whole world in the face. For he owes no any man. Week in, week out, from morning till night, you can hear his bellows blow. You can hear him swing his heavy sledge, yeah, with measured beat and slow, like a sexton ringing the village bell when the evening sun is low. And children coming home from school look in at the open door. They love to see the flaming forge and hear the bellows roar, and catch the burning sparks that fly like chaff from thrashing floor. He goes on Sunday to the church and sits among his boys. He hears the parson pray and preach. He hears his daughter's voice singing in the village choir, and it makes his heart rejoice. It sounds to him like her mother's voice singing in paradise. He needs must think of her once more, how in the grave she lies, and with his hard, rough hand he wiped a tear out of his eyes. Toiling, rejoicing, sorrowing, onward through life he goes. Every morning sees some task begin.
Oh, I lost it.
Touched something wrong.
We got almost all of it.
Yeah, but just go back. See, it's still up here.
Great poem.
You read it now.
I know, I like to hear your voice.
Toiling, rejoicing, sorrowing, onward through life he goes. Each morning sees some task begin, each evening sees its close. Something attempted, something done. He has earned a night's repose. Thanks to thee, my worthy friend.
Worthy friend.
Henry Waters Longfellow.
No.
Do you have the one on the tree
Yeah,
too?
no, it jumped.
Oh.
There, my worthy friend.
Thanks to thee, my worthy friend, for the lesson thou hast taught. Thus at the flaming forge of life our fortunes must be wrought. Thus on its sounding anvil shaped, each morning, each burning deed and thought. The end. Henry Wadsworth
Longfellow.
Good job. Well, that's a good
Touching
poem.
story, poem.
You read that well.
You used to like poems. You had to memorize them a lot, I think, when you were a kid.
I saw that other one popped up under
Which
the
one?
Spreading the Joyce Kilmer poem jumped up there for some reason for a moment.
No, when you those triplets
Yeah.
were they students of yours or were they
Maybe
classmates?
No, they were.
Lila and Twyla and or was it?
Twyla.
I don't remember their names.
Neva.
No, Neva, yeah,
Neva and
Neva,
Geneva.
right.
And Elmer and Alma.
They were all, I think, in the same class in the country school.
Pretty cool.
And you taught in the country school too.
Yeah, I did.
And you told me.
Eight-sided country school.
Well, then after high school, you could go to take, in the high school, take a class, and I had a class,
Teacher training?
teacher's training.
Normal school of some sort.
Yeah.
And you took those classes, was that in Minneapolis or where?
No, in Jackson, Minnesota.
And it was like 1 year of classes and then you could become a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
And you taught out in the 8-sided school?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what was that like? Who would like go start the fire in the morning or heat it up or
Oh, yeah,
who?
I did, I guess.
You did?
Well, I could bank it, you know, so I'd come back in the morning, but I might come back on
What did that mean to bank the fire?
well, to put enough fuel on it so it would last all night.
Through the night?
Was that wood or coal?
Coal.
Coal.
Wood.
Cobs? Did you ever use cobs?
No.
Here's another poem.
I think that I shall never see a poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's the sweet earth's flowing breast. A tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray. A tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in its hair, upon whose bosom snow has lain, who timidly lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree.
Nice poem.
Do you want it again without a sneeze in the middle?
Yeah, that's all right.
Joyce Kilmer.
Joyce Kilmer, Modern American Poetry.
And you said he was from in this area. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Next town.
Huh. Well, when you were talking about being a teacher, and you mentioned to me too when you were a teacher, you saved your money, and every year you would do something special.
Mm-hmm.
One year you got a coat, a fur coat.
Mm-hmm.
The second year, another year, you got a bedroom set with a dresser. And then another year, you took a big trip. Can you tell me about that trip? You went a long trip with some girls.
Oh, I think that was 4 girls that were about 3-4 years older than I was, and they were going to take a trip to Europe or
California. West
California.
Coast.
Oh. And so I saved my money and I went with these girls. They were 3 or 4 years older than I was.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them couldn't go, the 4 girls, so then I got to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, what an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me earlier that you were the adventurer in your family.
Yeah.
That your other brothers and sisters wouldn't have been interested in that, but you jumped on the opportunity when it became available.
Yep, I love to travel.
Mm-hmm. And you went to Black Hills and Yellowstone and all the way out to Seattle.
I guess so.
And then down to San Francisco and then down to Los Angeles.
Yeah, we went quite
For Cindy and I lived down there. And then all the way back. And where else did you like to travel? You went to Ethiopia one time with Marianne, your sister.
Yeah.
And then you went to Israel. And another time you went to England. And in England you were on the Cam River on a boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were out on the water and there was another boat going and we decided to pull close enough together to decide that we would get apart and then take a picture.
And you switched cameras.
Yeah.
Right?
And you got a picture of you and you took their picture.
The what?
You took a picture of them and gave them their camera back, and they took a picture of you with your own camera. That was very clever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's punting on the cam. That's what that's called. And now I'm kind of would like to show you something that I've learned in my years of study and in all my hard work. I learned a game called Bowley.
What?
It's something called Bowley.
Bowley?
Yeah. You've never heard of this before. It's called Round Round Bowley. And I would like to demonstrate it to you if I could.
I don't want to demonstrate it.
Can I demonstrate it to you?
Yeah.
You've never, ever seen this before.
Do you want
It's
me
the
to
first
hold
time,
your
yeah,
camera?
if you could.
Just there?
Yeah. This is called Round Round Bowley. Can I have your hand?
No.
Why? You just got done telling me you're so adventurous.
Yeah.
And you like to do travel and do unique, fun things. Well, this is like round, round, boldly. This is not. This is a new experience.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't want to do that one?
No. No, I don't trust you.
Why don't you trust me?
Well, I don't really know you that well.
I thought you were going to say experiences.
What do you mean you don't know me that well? What I do to hurt you?
You were pretty gentle.
So you want to show me that? Can you show me round, round, boldly? Well, I'm trying to figure out how you remember that. Because I haven't told you that in a while, I don't think. Somehow it's sticking in your head, though. Well, maybe it's
Getting
time.
tired?
Yeah.
We had a nice walk today, though. Up by the school.
Mm-hmm. But then when we were here in the summer, and then we could just take walks.
Well, fun to do.
Mm-hmm. But none of my brothers and sisters ever wanted to do that.
They didn't like to travel.
I don't know.
Man.
Take Steve down to the wildlife center. Where we walked down there sometimes. We went in the building and there were turtles and snakes and
Oh, yeah.
but outside were owls and peacocks.